Hey guys, Clinkerbait reporting in with my top 10 Transformers of 2023. Yeah, we're about a week into 2024, but hey, better late than never. But I hope you guys are having a great new year so far. And also, you can thank my buddy Jay for me making this video. I'll link his channel and everything down below if you guys want to check him out, give him a follow, like his videos, all that good stuff. Because he gave me the idea to go ahead and make a top 10 Transformer video for this, well, I guess you could say last year. Because I watched his, he had a lot of cool figures on his list, and it gave me some ideas for my own top 10 list, and also gave me some ideas on how I'd like to shoot it and set it up. Even though it's kind of not how exactly I wanted it, because stuff. But anyway, guys. Jetfire and Vector Prime, they have both been grails of mine to get for a while now. And this year, I was finally able to obtain them. So that's why they're here. With Menasor, I got Motormaster last year for Christmas, but I'm going to count it as the completed Menasor, as in I got him this year. In the sense of, we got the remaining Stunning Cons this year. So technically, it's like last year, we only had Drag Strip, really. And then, like this year, we got the other three. So that's how I'm counting Menasor in here. But I'm not sure who else I would put in place of Menasor. But I mean, this is my list, so that's how I'm counting him. Treadbolt here, he has some nostalgia to him. Mainly because the original Classics Jetfire was one of my first Transformers I remember having as a kid. And it was one of my favorite Transformer molds. I mean, Jetfire is my favorite Autobot. So that's another reason why. And also, I didn't know that the character Treadbolt actually existed until I watched G138Productions Transformers series called Transformers Online, which introduced him and showed off this fan mode where you can combine the Classics Jetfire mold with the Classics Optimus Prime mold. And ever since then, I've been a sucker for Optimus and Jetfire combining. You can blame Armada, but I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. Now, I mainly bought the Shatterglass 2-pack because Sideswipe is the inevitable repaint of Armada Wheeljack. And I have seen a lot of people customize the Sideswipe into Wheeljack, and they look very good. But he's still a fun figure, even though it is, the same Sideswipe mold. I do like the mold, and it's very fun to pose around and mess with. And I love his little mini-con. Plus, Hot Rod is a favorite character of mine, and I do love the purple and black color scheme on the 86 mold. Now, for these three Studio Series figures, Hot Rod, TLK Hot Rod, Bumblebee Movie Shockwave, and Rise of the Beast Optimus, all three of them have just been like fun fiddle figures for me to mess with, where I'll just go take them off the shelf, transform them, and pose them, and that's pretty much what they've been this year for me. And then Mirage, he was my favorite part of Rise of the Beast, and I really like Pete Davis's performance of Mirage. And then with Armada Megatron, he is a great figure with some awesome details, but the shoulders are the only thing that really held him back for me, where I try to get him in certain poses and they kind of get in the way where it just didn't really look like, so that's why he didn't make the top 10. But if it was 11, he would be the 11th figure. But anyway, guys, now that the honorable mentions are out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. And kicking off my top 10 list, the number 10 spot goes to Legacy Animated Prowl. Now, well, he's not the show model that everybody was expecting, and to me, he looks more like G1 Prowl scanned a motorbike instead of a car. Well, technically, Teletran 1 stands for him in G1, but anyway, details aside, this is still a great and fun figure just to pose around, and the transformation really does remind me of that original toy that we have right here. And yes, unfortunately, mine is missing an arm that I have yet to find, and hopefully one day I can find somebody selling the arm or selling a junk copy that has the missing arm intact. But until that day, I got this guy at least to fill in for him. And the number 9 spot goes to Legacy Skullgrid. And this has been a favorite figure of mine to pose around this year. And I really feel like this guy is underrated. I do have the repro label set on him, which I think just improves the look of this guy a lot better and just help, like, especially with the eyes. I did find it a little weird that his eyes were still just a pure purple, and it just felt like it was missing something. And I mean, you could say because I had to buy a repro label set to really improve this guy, that kind of could decrease points, but honestly, I say the detail was there. It's just Hasbro didn't give the detail, but the people over at Toy Hacks, Repro Labels, they gave us the necessary stuff we needed to actually bring this guy to life and just make this guy look absolutely amazing. And number 8 goes to New York Comic Con First Edition Pink Transformers Prime RC. Now, this repaint of the Prime First Edition RC mold came out in a New York Comic Con exclusive 2-pack with Bumblebee. Also came with 2 little figures of Raph and Jack, and they were it was basically like a New York theme type of set since, you know, it was exclusive to New York Comic Con. But still, she has been a hard figure to, like, really define, and especially for a good price, because I want to say that 2-pack, or I guess with maybe would be a 4-pack since you get Raph and Jack in it, but they're like figures. So anyway, I found her for a good price this year, and I hopped on it instantly, because I really do like the first edition RC mold, and I always wanted to get the pink version of her, you know, G1, pink RC, pink motorcycle. You know, add a little bit more color and variety into stuff. But anyway, I did give her the blades from a upgrade kit that I bought for the Legacy Prime RC figure that we got to help improve that RC, and also for the Forsaken Legacy series, but I think she looks a lot better with them as opposed to the bigger ones, as you can see in the back from the normal release of the first edition RC figure. But, I mean, this is still a great figure, and it does make me want to go and maybe track down the APC RCs, like, probably the pink one, mainly, because I do like I don't know, I kind of like the pink and white one more than the regular blue version. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know why I do. But anyway, I kind of would like to at least get one of the APC RCs and kind of, like, compare the two, because I haven't really seen anybody really compare them exactly, aside from, oh, it's the first edition figure just re-released. But anyway, I mean, I think that'd be a fun video idea if I ever get one of them. But anyway, guys, enough rambling. We're gonna move on to number 7. Now, the number 7 spot goes to the head honcho of the DJD, Transformers Legacy Tarn. Now, I do wish this guy could have been a bit more bulkier, or, like, maybe had something to kind of add a bit more bulk to him. But I do love this figure, and he's just really been fun to pose around and just mess with. And I do want to get a hold of the Bludgeon repaint at some point, because I've heard that he's a really good figure as well, and, like, a lot of people say that he fits this mold a lot better than Tarn did. But until then, I'll have Tarn to terrorize the Autobots, as you can see by poor little Silver Streak here, who, this man can't catch a break. I don't know what he did to piss off Tarn, but I don't know, he did something. Now, on my number 6 spot, we have Generations Blur. Now, while he is a repaint of the Generations Drift that came out in the same line, just with a new head, you know, because one's Drift and one's Blur, I really love this mold, and it just brings me back to when I was a kid, just messing around with the Drift. And also, it does remind me of when I would watch Absurdly Awesome's videos, and he had a Transformers series, I think it was Regeneration 1. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I'll link it down below in the description for you guys to give it a watch. It's still a cool, fun series. I still rewatch to this day. But I love the weapons that Drift comes with, and while he is an older mold, you can still get him into some fun poses. And also, now I think about it, I really do like the contrast, I guess the term would be contrast, between Drift and Blur, where it's like, Blur here, he comes with the guns, and then Drift comes with swords. Granted, my Drift is missing his 2 little swords that go into the doors. I hate little kid stuff, and I wish I could go back and give him a talking to, but I can't. I don't got a time machine. I don't got a DeLorean. But yeah, and also they did repaint this mold a couple more times because they repainted it into, I believe, Shattered Glass Drift, which I think was a BotCon exclusive, and they did make a Takara exclusive Deadlock, where it's basically the Drift just painted black and red, and it's a really cool figure. And he came with, I believe he came with both swords and guns, but I think it was just guns he came with, which obviously would be Blur's guns. And that is a figure I would like to get one day. I mean, if I can ever find it for a decent price that doesn't cost me a kidney. But anyway, guys, with the 6 out of the way, we are now going into the top 5. Now, kicking off my top 5, we have Rise of the Beast Studio Series Bumblebee. Originally, I wasn't wanting to put a Bumblebee figure on the list, but when I was going back through making a list, figuring out what figures I bought in 2023, I only bought, like, I guess you could say 3 Bumblebees, because I bought the 2 you see here, and I did buy the Dark of the Moon repaint Studio Series Bumblebee, but overall, I can't deny, this is actually a really good Bumblebee. He's fun to pose and fun to transform. And now, granted, his first release had, like, a weird-looking head, at least to me, because the paint, there really wasn't a lot of paint on there, really, to help it. And a lot of people did take it and do a lot of cool customs with it. They did release a better one with better head paint, which is the one that you see posed in robot mode, and then the first one is the one that is posed in vehicle mode, which I am thinking of doing, like, a custom. I've seen a lot of people do it, and it's kind of got me tempted to, like, try to customize the first Bumblebee I got into a cliff jumper. I think that would be pretty cool. But anyway, guys, Bumblebee is number 5 because he is fun to pose and fun to transform. And let's go on the top 4. For the number 4 spot, of course, I had to include Legacy Armada Starscream onto this list somewhere. And he made it into the number 4 spot. Now, he does have his Rupert label set on, but even without it, I still think he's a fun and amazing figure to pose around and transform. And I do wish we could have gotten his Minicon partner, Swindle. But maybe Hasbro will give us a Power Links Thundercracker repaint somewhere down the line, and they'll give us Swindle with that. But I mean, they'll probably put him in Zap Master's colors, which I believe that was the name of the Swindle repaint they gave us with the Thundercracker figure. I believe that's what it was called. But I don't know. I do hope we get his Minicon, but still, this is a really great and amazing figure. Now, for the number 3 spot, it's going to be a tie between Gamer Series Optimus and Megatron. Optimus, he does have a Repro label set on, and Megs, I haven't ordered his set yet, but Megatron also does have the, I believe it was the Matrix Workshop Tyrant. I think that's what it was called. I'm not 100% sure, but it's basically his, like, a proper looking mace that I had ordered previously for something for a different Megatron. But I was glad I actually went ahead and got that when I did, so I could give it to the so I could give it to this Megatron, because I really didn't like that mace, quote unquote mace that he came with. But the reason why they're tied is because really I just enjoy them both equally. Like, they're both fun to pose, about the same, and I really don't know which one really to give it to. I guess you could say I could give it to Optimus, because Megatron does have that issue where you have to fix the back of his legs because of that excess plastic piece. But overall, I really just genuinely both love these guys about the same. And they're some of the best ones that Gamer Series has put out so far. Granted, there's only 3 other figures, and Starscream is coming out soon. But yeah, until then, I'm just going to keep it with these two tied together. And maybe over time I might change my mind, but these two are good. And the number 2 spot goes to Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal. Now, Primal is probably going to be my favorite Studio Series, if not at least my favorite Rise of the Beast Studio Series figure I've got this year. Because ever since I got him in the mail, like, I've had so much fun just posing him around and transforming him, going back and forth between modes. And yeah, he does have the open mouth instead of the mouth plate, but it doesn't bother me that much because it just reminds me of Beast Wars Primal. And also, me and my buddy Jay do have a little photo collab thing we talked about doing that he keeps forgetting to post because he hasn't taken the photo yet. And I have my photo ready to go, and it's just waiting on him. So, Jay, this is me calling you out to go ahead and take your photo and post your photo. Anyway, guys, enough of that. Let's get into the #1 figure of 2023. At least in my opinion, my favorite figure of 2023, or my #1, or however you want to say it. Let's get into it. Now, of course, for my #1, a lot of you guys probably saw this coming, but Legacy Armada Commander Class Optimus Prime, to me, is one of the best figures I have gotten this year, and one of the best figures I feel like we have gotten in recent years. I love his robot mode, I love the transformation, I love how they were able to incorporate the super mode without really messing anything up. Now, granted, the base mode kind of is a little bit lacking as the original toy, but I mean, that's fine with, I'm okay with that, because I was really just hoping they didn't mess up, like, his super mode combination, which they didn't. I really love him in the super mode, and, like, even whatever mode you put this guy in, he's just been fun to pose around for me. And I did buy an upgrade kit that came with some filler pieces, some thigh parts to kind of help him be taller and kind of give the arms a bit more, I think, more animation accuracy, where it kind of just extended the arms a little bit. And some movable hands, as you can see, Optimus here just waving at you guys. But even without that upgrade kit, this is still an amazing figure. And really, it just brings me back to when I was a little kid, and I really wanted that original Armada Optimus Prime figure, but I just never could find it for a good price. And now I got this guy. I mean, I still do want to go back and find that original Armada Optimus Prime. I still do want to go back and find that figure. Don't get me wrong, but I'm happy with this guy. And if little kid me had this, oh man, little kid me would be crazy right now, going crazy over this figure. But I do recommend this figure, guys, if you can find him for a good price that isn't crazy above retail. Like, if you can find him for a good price, I'd recommend this guy. Just go ahead and get him. You won't regret it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you already haven't. And let me know down below, who is your favorite figure of the year, or what is your top 10? Anyway, guys, this is Clinker Bay signing out, and I will see you guys later.